Hey, what's up, Alex Drain? How you doing? What's up to anybody else who's tuning in? So, in case you missed the last kind of stream, I started experimenting a little bit with Hyperion. I seem to have missed quite a few things about like sequences and arpeggiators. There seems to be like a built-in ARP and stuff. So yeah, I just figured I'm going to do a sort of whole stream just experimenting, trying to figure out all the sort of ins and outs. I've still got quite a while left on my trial. I probably will end up buying this thing, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is just a preset that I chose here, Gamelan in Space, and I've been messing around with like the layers here, just mixing them in and out. Yeah, that's about it that I've changed here. But yeah, let's experiment, see what happens. That's like the preset as it is, and I think I just removed like this layer. Oh, it's such a nice sequence. I want to rip that. So nice. But I think it's been created by like an ARP, so I can't like transcribe it into MIDI. But what we can do is maybe like render a thing out and like figure out what the sort of MIDIs are based on like the sample using Cubase's thingamajig. Just let me know if the audio is okay. Hey guys, how you doing, multi-cycle? It reminds me of carbon-based life forms. Absolute Truth Seeker. How you doing, dude? Do you know... I think it's that What About the Forest song. there's a melody that's like just like this. I want to try kill some of the like release, so I can capture just kind of like the pitch. Andy K, how you doing, dude? Hey, Alex. You were here first, I think. I think I did say hi to you right in the beginning. In case you missed it. Hello again. I reckon that would make like a really nice like chill out bass line if we had like that. Obviously not as it is, you know. But like a couple of octaves or something down. I think that could work really nicely. So let me just try capture this pitch somehow while we let this loop here. But I want to like initialize the patch again. What was it called? Gamelan in space. What is it with these plugins that like initialize the GUI every time you like open them again? There we go. Oh, I haven't put the audio on. I think let's just maybe do like a simple bass in Vital or something. We might just change it later. I'm starting to like Psy because of you. How could you not have liked it before me? Psy is beautiful. You produce it really good. Thank you very much, Syncrol. What music were you into before? Tobias C. Meisner. Hey Dash, I'm happy to be here. Hey Tobias, I'm also happy to be here. Drum and bass. Cool, dude. Cool. I also dig drum and bass, but I'm not that great at making it. Poly mode. I haven't actually checked that one out. I need to give it a try. I'm actually mainly today messing around with Hyperion. I just figured I want to make like a bass while I've got that kind of like melody in mind, or while I'm able to rip that melody. So, yeah. I reckon this is the downbeat here. This, like, my brain naturally is telling me, like, this is the downbeat. Uncle Butt, this sounds peaceful. Does the stuff I usually make not sound peaceful? Is it aggressive? Yeah, man, this is just like one of the presets from Hyperion, which I've tweaked like a tiny bit. Peaceful OG Unreal Tournament track. Dude, it's so peaceful, you gotta go blow some motherfuckers' heads off, you know what I mean? I think this needs like a slight, like a beat or something before we start experimenting, just so we have stuff to like play with, you know what I mean? Even if we just like slap a filter on there or something, but I feel like there's this cool like rhythmical thing that's missing. So this Labs by Spitfire is actually a surprisingly nice free drums multi-sample pack. I think I have spoken about this in previous videos. But I mean, it's like bare bones stuff, so it kind of needs a lot of processing, but that's the cool thing about it, is this, not much, it leaves a lot of space for processing and that kind of thing, so we can kind of like compress it a bit if we need, that kind of thing. But yeah, let's just put in a bunch of blank MIDIs and we can experiment a bit. I'm feeling like a slightly offbeat groove here, but we can play around and see what happens. This actually reminds me of that one Aja chill out track. This bass actually reminds me of that Aja thing. because it's like a limited plugin, it's like a free version. They don't allow like separate outputs and stuff like that. So what I generally do is I'll just split it by duplicating and then removing like the snares and the kicks and isolating them, so I have like the separate channels to kind of mix, if that makes sense. So here, let's just say, for example, we'll do only like the snares on this channel. And then here, we can duplicate it again and then do like only the kicks on that, or not the snares, the side sticks or whatever they're called, rim shots. I removed it. What am I doing? Duplicate. Interlude track from Pink Floyd. It could be highly inspired by Pink Floyd. Yeah, I get it now. Like now that I play it again, I hear exactly what you're saying. No, Labs isn't just volume. It's got like a bunch of different articulations and stuff. It's really, really nice. Like, it sounds good. So that's why it's kind of nice to have it, like, leave it in the MIDI there, because it kind of gives you a lot of control and stuff. And then sampling it out into another thing would be a pain in the butt. So yes, the bass is stereo. I kind of did that for a reason, because like often with like chill out and stuff, there's not much going on, so you kind of have these more space to work with in terms of like trying experimental things. I guess the rest of the mix is a bit cleaner, so we can kind of like do these weird like phase distortion-y kind of things. I kind of want to avoid the subs being too stereo though, so Steinberg or Cubase has this cool plugin built in. I think it was introduced in Cubase 11 called Imager, and it's like a multi-band stereo tool, so you can just turn down like the amount of stereo on the subs. I think that's kick as well that's happening there though, so that might be affecting that. And the pad as well. There's some lows in the pad. For like the more simple stuff, I generally just go with Kilohertz stereo tool or Kilohertz stereo, just because it's like super simple. You can just turn down like the width on a particular instrument or turn down the mid channel, etc. Okay, finally, we can get back into the synth. Feels like this thing is like changing note, but like I can't figure out like what's sequencing this particular like layer, because the arpeggio and stuff is off. True, Uncle Bat, true. Everybody please smash that like button if you're enjoying the video. Oh, it's sounding great. Just wanted to save that pad because I think I'm gonna mess with it a bit here, play with some settings. The granulizer in here was really nice, but I like kind of want to figure out what's actually happening with it because it was doing some weird things. But I actually need to take a quick bathroom break, so let me loop this a bit for you guys, and I will be back shortly. I'm realizing, like, in the last stream that I did with it, I wasn't really showing off much of the kind of modular nature of the plugin. I was just kind of like playing around with it. So I think here we might get a little bit experimental with things. So it might not be as peaceful as Uncle Butt said, but I kind of just want to go crazy with things, you know, do things that we wouldn't usually do, and see if we can come up with some interesting, you know, sounds, whatever. So, I mean, here, for example, sorry if you guys aren't hearing what I'm saying over that absolute noise. We can like add in LFOs and just patch them to this pitch mod, all sorts of things, you know, change the size of reverbs and stuff with LFOs and do all sorts of weird things you wouldn't usually be able to really do, or wouldn't usually try to do in the kind of software realm. So let's just see this Reverb Size. I guess this one doesn't actually have a mod input for the size. Maybe one of the other reverbs does have. Because there's a bunch of different reverbs in here. What's this? Dry wet, low cut, high cut, width. Low cut, high cut, width. Damping. No, I guess... Does this one have? No, I guess they're not allowing us to modulate the size. It is a weird thing. Sometimes it does cause like aliasing and stuff. But I mean, I was thinking, you know, it could be a cool, you know, aliasing is not always a bad thing. It could be creating stuff. What are you guys? Unreal Tournament. Damn, son. Let's try modulate this pitch shift, maybe. Have you ever tried Bitwig Dash? Yes, I have. I use it quite a bit, but more for like live tweaking and that kind of thing. How's it going, Luchko? I guess it's a little bit different to VCV in that like the interface is a little bit hacky. VCV has a very nice kind of interface, makes things a little bit more kind of like user-friendly. And this doesn't quite have the sort of capabilities in terms of like choice of bunch of different ready-made things, if that makes sense. But you can kind of make those with most of the stuff that's kind of built in here, if that makes sense. So it's got like all the modular building blocks you would need, similar to something like Bitwig's grid, or I think it's more comparable to something like Reactor or Bitwig's grid, you know. So I guess the cool thing is now, because of like the modular nature of the thing, we could like create like a mixer and then shit, where did it put it now? It's getting a bit clogged here, this interface. I wonder if you can actually select multiple things. No. So you can't like drag select a bunch of things to clean things up. So I should be thinking a little bit more logically while building the patch, because it's going to get messy. But anyway, we could like tap in to any of these kind of like parts of the patch and mix it in. How can I say it? So for example, let's just disconnect this and connect this. So we have that kind of like weird spacey sound through the flanger and various reverbs and stuff. We could tap this output from like before that pitch shift as well, and then kind of mix them together. We could patch in output from like direct from the actual like oscillators and stuff. So we could actually even create like another chain of effects and stuff and do all sorts of weird things. Oh wow, these have a panning as well. That's really nice. And then of course each of these like inputs can be modulated, so we could create like various LFOs to like pan these layers all around the place. I think that could be interesting. Michael Struggly, how you doing, dude? Thank you for that. That's such a weird thing. Tab click. I see it actually like does like an automatic thing. That's weird. I've never seen tab click used before. really dig this plugin. Super capable. What do you guys think, eh? Should I buy it? It's got some like pretty sharp, like resonant tones and stuff in there. And I actually just installed Soothe too. They were doing this like Easter special. And I haven't actually even used it yet with my own ears. So might be a good opportunity to do so. And you guys can get, just bought it. Did you just buy Soothe or Hyperion? You guys can get like an unbiased opinion. Sounds nice. It does, yes, but there's like a bit of that bandpass is like, I love that like chordy thing that bandpass is doing, but it's like just hitting that like tickly resonance a bit too hard, if you know what I mean. Maybe we can look at creating stuff from scratch. Just now, I want to look at Soothe actually, but we can remove some of this. Just initialize a thing. See if we can build like a melodic type of thing from scratch. But let's just see if we can soothe this thing a little bit. Let's see how it goes. I believe this thing kind of like intuitively works backwards. So like the more you boost it, the more it'll reduce a certain range or something. I may be wrong. And the coolest thing, actually, there's a way of like monitoring what it's actually cutting out. So this, I think, could be cool, like in terms of like sound design contexts. This is like just the resonance that it's removing. What's up, Ian, Cassie, how you doing? And Sleep Twitch, and Salva Zaka. How you guys doing? And everybody else, by the way, who's tuning in. If you guys are enjoying this, please don't forget to smash that like button. Do the thing. What do you guys reckon we do here? Should we do like an ARP and maybe experiment with some of the arpeggiator things that are built in here? Should we use, excuse me, a similar melody to what's going on like with the bass, but like pitched higher? What do you guys reckon should we explore next? Hey Illusion, how you doing? Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this sleep twitch. I like this gate. Me too. Kilohertz gate is amazing. Nice and simple. That's often what you need with that kind of thing, you know? I'm gonna be right back. just getting chilly. I had to go grab a jersey. Software. This is Cubase, but I'm experimenting at the moment with Hyperion, this plugin. It's like a modular, kind of reminds me quite a bit of Reactor. But yeah, I want to play with some of these generators. These look really interesting, like the plucked string, flute modular, and that kind of stuff. I reckon we could get some really interesting sounds out of these. I think they have like more physical modeling type of stuff, but I also want to explore like how you actually set up a patch. I believe you'd need certain things like to actually get notes, MIDI input, and then actual kind of like audio output. Where would that be? Audio out. There we go. I think we need some sort of mixer so that we can so we can, no, it's not the amp. Can this take like the oscillator's input? No. You see it's colored quite nicely here. But we need some sort of mixer. Oh, here we go. Voice audio mixing. How did I miss that? There we go. So audio out of like the voice mode. And let's go into audio out here. Frequency to frequency. Trigger to trigger. Let's see. Can we get some sound out of this? May have to turn this up. Oh, there we go. That's quite nice. Oh, that's beautiful. I love Car+ Strong, but so few plugins actually have, like, I haven't actually found a VST with Car+ Strong kind of oscillator. So this is pretty cool. Oh, except for Falcon, but it's also like, it's so expensive. So I stayed away from doing too many tutorials on that because almost nobody has it, you know? Oh, it's nice. It's so nice, like just the oscillator, metallic goodness, no filters needed. I mean, we're obviously going to use effects and filters, but yo, I just thought of a cool thing. What if we combine reverbs with a mixer? So we could have like all three reverbs going, and we can kind of like mix them in. That'd be crazy. So we can have the dry signal going into input 1, and then it's just a bunch of reverbs into all these other inputs. Let's see how this sounds. We're probably going to want to set them all to dry wet 100%, just so that we've got like almost like a send return type of setup, you know? Oh yeah. I did see that there are macros, but I mean, like, I'm still so caught up in the fact that there's so much control within the thing that I feel like I don't even really need automation. You could just do everything with sequences and LFOs and stuff in the thing. And I kind of like doing that because it kind of leaves you to play with the thing. I feel like I try to avoid too much heavy, like, automation-based stuff, and I try, like, play with the things and record it in while I'm playing. I feel like it's probably just a kind of placebo, but it feels a lot more lively to me, if that makes sense. A good question. What is the question? Is it better to get a decent amount of experience on synthesis with ones? Yes. Or better have multiple synths or for different sounds. Get experience with one synth. Once you figure out like what synthesis is, and you can start hearing the difference between different synths, or feeling like the capabilities of one synth have you limited or something like that, you can start exploring other things. But I think for me, like, limiting myself to just Serum for multiple years kind of like was the biggest power move in my kind of like journey in production, you know? I reckon Vital, to be honest, is going to be the one, just because it's so easy and user-friendly, and it's got so many capabilities that, like, I feel like you won't be hitting that brick wall anytime soon, if you know what I mean. And there's already so many good tutorials out for it. So, yeah, go with Vital, learn it inside and out, and then start to experiment with other things. Yeah, it's a nice sound, very inflected mushroomy. I think we need to get those reverbs under control though. Yo, you know what'd be really, really interesting is somehow sequencing a send randomly so that, like, I wonder if we can set up like I think it would be called like a Hocket kind of thing where it like sequentially sends to different reverbs or to different like effects chains or something. So like each hit can be sent to like a different reverb or different effects lane. I think that could be super interesting. Let's try figure something like that out. Yeah, I tried the Granulator. It's very nice. I'm trying to stick with the more kind of like melodic side of things here. It's really powerful, but it's a bit too unruly, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like it's a little bit hard to control. It's like a bit crazy. So it's probably going to be easiest to do this with some sort of sequencer and a bunch of kind of like amplifier modules, and then we sequence like an amp module like up to like send to specific channels or something. How would we do this? Yo, Dries, bester indeed. I'm South African. What gave it away, bro? The thing has just stopped making sound. What's going on? Keith, dude, you're also in Western Cape. Nice, nice. I wonder if I broke something. Yeah, I think I added the sequencer and it broke something. I can't remember which sequence it was now. Wonder if this undoes. I don't think that'll fix it though. Maybe I should save this patch and then reopen the plugin. See if that'll work. It's an old bug. It shouldn't be happening. So I wonder if I can find my patch now. Oh yes, I can just type here. No, what's going on? It's not there. Oh, here. Okay, that worked. The sequence, it doesn't seem to be stepping for some reason. It's because there's a sequence length here at the bottom. I'm being an idiot. Let's go like 4 steps. The only thing that's going to help you make better music, better songs, is just keeping going, trying harder, never stopping. Just keep trying every day. You'll get better and better. I wonder if there's some way of like dividing this clock that's coming through here. Gosh, what is even going on? Okay, it's sounding out of tune because I had this, when I had like a single note, it was being detuned -3, and then like I bounced the MIDI out. It was just confusing things. think I've broken something else again. What did I do now? Oh no, I think I hit the wrong thing. Sounds nice, but no, not today. I think we're overcomplicating like the sound. I think we could go for something like a little bit more kind of like pure tone. So let's maybe just restart this patch. I think even just like regular sine waves with some effects and stuff could be good, you know? Should we do it even... Should we even do it with the operator, or should we just do it with like a regular... Oh, a stereo oscillator. Let's try this out. Let's see. Let's just try keep it simple. Audio output. Which one was it again? We need a mixer. Audio out here. There we go. Okay, if it's just like a regular oscillator, we'll probably need to use some sort of amp and an envelope. So we can like trigger this and then send the output into the level of the amp. I think this by default is up, so we can turn it down. Send this to there, this to there. Let's send it through a reverb. And let's see what we got. Nothing. What's happening? Okay, that is receiving data. Okay, we might have to change these settings here. What's happening? Did I break something again? Yo, Lil Davis, how's it going? Trant damage, dedicated hardware setup just for the controls. Totally, man, totes. Let me actually just patch it straight here and see what's happening. There we go. Haha. I'm being stupid. Okay. There we go. It's got a wave folder. Sounds like a wave folder at least. Oh, that's sick. Totally out. Okay, I get it. This play speed is obviously like the pitch of like the tape head, so it either has to be like in multiples, just so that it can like be in pitch. Yeah, well, that is sick. Materializing. What is materializing? What does that mean? Beautiful. What is MSP? I know what it means in local Cape Town slang, but what is MSP in sound design slang? I don't have a problem with you guys sampling anything anything on my channel. Sample it and use it. If it's like going up on YouTube or something, anywhere where there is like a way where you can somehow put a description, then a link to my channel would be cool. Max MSP, that's what it is, of course. Well, I guess you could kind of build it, but not, I don't know about coding. I don't know about coding like actual filters from scratch in here. I'd have to dig a little bit. That's lush as fuck. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'll leave you with this lush as fuck pad. Okay, I'm going to go for another 30 minutes and then I'm off. So, if you have any questions or anything, now's the time. What's up, Greedo Kenobi? How you doing? Did I break this thing again? Maybe it's something to do with like the demo. Did I change it since I saved it as lush as fuck? No, I don't think I did. Side dub. I guess it's like kind of like this type of thing, but with more like 1/4 dotted delays on stuff and more farty sounds. I do have some stuff like ambient kind of stuff in that planned in this kind of genre. But I guess I'm not so good at like the exact side dub. I guess I'm better at like chill out and ambient. But the sort of, how can I say, the boundaries between those subgenres is so like grey. Getting like a reverse of that would be really cool. That kind of like fade out. Lil Davis, where were you when you saw those penguins? Windmill Beach in Simonstown. Do you know? Are you from Cape Town? I don't think I've linked the name to the person, if that makes sense. Because if not, it's like, you know how like certain areas have like those things that they're crazy about, like Garden Route area, people are crazy about like tortoises and stuff, and like Tukai and those areas near the mountains, people are crazy about baboons and that kind of thing. And in Simonstown, they're like completely crazy about penguins. It's actually really cool. This is like, as soon as you like enter Simonstown, there's just signs everywhere like careful, penguins crossing the road and stuff. But I think it was like mating season or something, so there was just like groups and groups of like pairs of penguins. It was really cool. But that particular area, it's like I think it's like a nature reserve or something, so you're not actually allowed to go up to the penguins, so I had to like zoom in and take the photos, you know what I mean? There's actually a sign there, like no selfies with penguins. They've got like a a dude with a selfie stick and a penguin, and it's like a cross through it, like no selfies with penguins. It's actually a nice like filter effect on the drums. Over soothing it too much. You know what always sounds like way too resonant is crash cymbals. Let's see if we can soothe this motherfucker rather than trying to like EQ all the actual content out of the sample itself. I wonder what soothe does to... Wait, let's put it before the reverb. Crash sounds. I wonder, like, we could probably like completely like zone into a specific resonant kind of band, and then only when it kind of like gets too much in that band will it reduce it, you know? Brilliant Calais. What are you talking about piracy, dude? I don't pirate any plugins. I bought this. Ah, it smoothens cymbals so nicely. Beautiful. Yeah, no, like with this kind of crash type stuff, I always render it out anyway, so I'll be able to check now. And it's pretty heavily reverbed anyway, so I don't think we'll be like actually noticing that kind of like latency, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm doing it on like a bass or something like that. Namaste from Bangalore, India. I really enjoy your tutorials. Thank you, Stanny Renauld. Can you show the drum pattern? Sure thing, bud. Okay, it's cool. That looks like it shifts. It's got like latency compensation when you render with Soothe, so no problems there. What was the drum pattern? Let's have a look there. I actually wanted to jump in and check the... I wanted to maybe soothe these hi-hats because it's doing a nice job. I don't want to be that guy that soothes everything now, but like actually, I just want to like experiment and try it on a bunch of different things. Doesn't mean I'm going to like use it in all these contexts, you know what I mean? I like literally just installed it this morning. Okay, so the drums are on 3 different things here. There's like the kick. But you can actually see them all in one clip here. Should we maybe give it some swing? Let's try some swing. Cool, I'm going to go for another 10 minutes and then call it a day. Azu Demr, hi, do you have Spotify? No, I don't. Sorry. Thanks, Azu. I appreciate that. I don't agree with Spotify though. It's a pretty toxic vibe for artists. Yeah, I do have Bandcamp, so you can go there. My tunes are free. So yeah, check out my other videos. All the links and stuff will be in the description of any other of my videos. So thank you. Appreciate that. No, thank you, Andy K, for saying that I'm on Bandcamp. I always forget to just promote those types of things, so thank you. I appreciate that, and thanks for tuning in. Anybody else? I'm probably going to give it another 2 minutes or so, and then call it a day. I'm just kind of looping it anyway. I just I think I've exhausted my sound design capabilities for the day, but I think we actually got somewhere pretty amazing. This was an empty project when we started. Turn down my kick and hi-hat, clap, snare, down, bass, in sidetrance. I generally peak my kick and bass to -12. And then just everything else I kind of use a reference and mix to that, Avon, the synth can create so beautiful sounds. I'm really thinking about buying it. At the same time, though, I'm feeling that phase plant could be as powerful in the future. Am I guessing wrong? No, I think phase plant is nice in that it has the user friendliness. It's a lot more user friendly. It might not have all the little kind of modules and that kind of thing, and all the weird mathematical things that you can do with Hyperion. But I guess having the kind of better interface and that kind of thing is definitely, I think, a huge plus. So I'm not going to give up on phase plant. It's still my favorite synth actually. But I think Hyperion is really cool in that it's kind of you can it's got that multi-timbral thing kind of built in, so it's a little bit more like Falcon in that regard, Okay, that's it for me for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to smash that like button. I'm going to let it loop a few times. Yeah, enjoy. See you guys soon.